Welcome back everyone to another video. Today's video I'm going to give you my pre-match thoughts going into the game against Oxford United. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section of today's video. If you are an Oxford fan, let me know your thoughts as well. I'm pretty sure you guys are going to be a lot more excited for this one than what current Luton fans are currently feeling. But let me know all your thoughts. Drop a like on the video, and if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. So Luton versus Oxford. I'm looking down at my notes because I thought I'll make a few points which I do want to mention in this video. And the first thing I do want to mention is I am not Rob Edwards out. Not yet anyway. If things carry on, I will start to turn. But right now, I'm just more frustrated with more about the stubbornness of Rob Edwards, the lack of changing the system. I feel like right now we're playing a system that unfortunately he wants us to play, but we just can't do it to that certain level. Because even when we were winning games of football, he still wasn't happy with it. He still wanted us to have more control and so on. But I feel like teams are just just causing us a lot more problems against this system, and we're just not able to contain it. And that's why we're losing a lot more games, especially in the Championship, since we've now returned. And it just doesn't feel like we're ever going to have a run of decent form. Now, yes, okay, it takes time. But how much time do you give it? He's had a whole summer of preparation. We've recruited late, which I do think has impacted us massively. He's had an international break. He's going to get another one shortly after this week, after we've played against Oxford and Sheffield United. And then it's the big one against Watford. And after the Watford game, we play a really tough run of fixtures against teams that are up currently in the playoff position. So how much time do you give it? Because if we go into these tougher games with the way we are performing, we're going to get beat. I just don't see a way that we get out of it, if I'm being honest with you. And with our strikers not being clinical in front of goal, and yes, it is their fault, because how many more chances do you need? But then again, I could ask the same question with other players in the team. It doesn't have to be one person in particular scoring all the goals. As a collective, we're not scoring. How many chances do you guys need? It needs to be worked on. I don't care what you do in training, because in training it doesn't matter. It's in a match. So yeah, I'm very worried is what I'm basically trying to say. And I'm really worried about this game against Oxford, because Oxford have started the season really well. They've used the momentum from winning promotion out of League One into the Championship, and they're just winning games of football. I thought they recruited extremely well in the summer. They made all their business really early, which was the right thing to do, which gives them more preparation time with the new group of players. It also helps them embed in within the squad. They even signed former Luton player in Peter Kioso, who's actually started off the season extremely well and putting in really good performances. I do like Dembele, who used to play for Peterborough, former Birmingham winger as well. I like Rodriguez, who plays in the centre, who causes all sorts of problems. Mark Harris, I'm a massive fan of. Really good players. They play in a 4-1-4-1 formation. So they play with 4 at the back, which is a massive debate at the moment with Luton fans on whether or not we should move to a 4 at the back system. Defensively, despite scoring goals and beating some good sides, defensively they're really good. And I looked at their game on the weekend against Burnley. They limited Burnley to shots from outside the box. Burnley only had 1 shot on target. So that proves to me that Oxford know how to defend. And that's what worries me massively here, because we're a team that doesn't know how to score, and we're coming up against a team that knows how to defend at this level now. And it really does worry me. I feel like they've got a manager who tactically has a good understanding of the group of players. He's an Oxford fan as well, which I can't imagine the support and the feeling it must be, managing your own football club. That must be absolutely insane. Is there a chance for me? I don't know. But look, at the moment, if you're an Oxford fan, everything must be positive. The aim, of course, would be just to stay up in this division. But right now, they're becoming a very established team at this level. And if they carry on the way they're going, I don't see why they can't get a top 10 finish in the Championship. And that would be an absolutely amazing job, which the Oxford manager has done, if he can actually achieve that. I'm just worried. I really am worried with the way Luton are playing. Obviously, the Plymouth game, it just... Although, yeah, we did create opportunities, defensively we looked poor. Teams were able to split us open. And that does give the question, should we change formation? And I feel like that's how this game's going to go. If we keep with the same formation, then I just see Oxford winning. And if Oxford do win, I can see it being really toxic in the stands. In fact, if Luton don't win, I can see it being toxic. Now, I can accept Luton changing the system, performing really well and not getting the result. I can accept that because at least we've tried something different and we also put in a performance. Right now, we're not even putting in performances in, and that's what worries me the most. I get the argument of, yeah, we're slow starters. But even in the past, when we have started slow, there's still a clear starter play. We do put in performances. Sometimes we've just been unlucky with the result. I can accept that. But have we been unlucky with the result this year? I don't think we have. I don't think we've earned the right to win football matches. And I'm not saying we should be beating Oxford. That's not what I'm saying at all. You've got to earn the right to beat them. But last season, before the season started, if you said to me, right, we're going to play Oxford, what are your first thoughts? I would be like, well, we should be winning it because we're coming up against a side that's just been promoted from League One. That's how I'm thinking. But now, looking into it, the way we've started, the way Oxford has started, I just don't see a way that we win this game on Tuesday night, and it does worry me massively. It really does. But I'll end the video on a more positive note. The last time we played Oxford in October, we started a unbeaten run, which ended up Luton winning the League One title. Can history repeat itself, but this time in the Championship? I hope so. I hope it turns our form around and we can go on a really good run of form. But right now, I am worried. I do think certain players need to be dropped. I don't think Elijah should start. I don't think Clark should start. I do think right now you should give someone like Taylor the opportunity to show what he can do, because it's pointless him having 15 minutes off the bench, 10 minutes off the bench. He looked really bright against Plymouth. There's arguments that his goal was potentially onside. You know, I just feel like just give him a chance, let Moses start. And yeah, just see what we can do, change the system a little bit. But that's all down to Edwards, really. If he keeps losing, he won't last long. And whether you like that or not, it's true. You know, results keep you in football jobs, unfortunately. That's the way it is. And as a club that's just been recently relegated from the Premier League, I believe we should be doing better. We're not performing. I can accept performing and losing games, but what I can't accept is not performing and losing games. That something's got to change. But yeah, those are my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts down below. And yeah, fingers crossed, look, the players just turn up, do the job, and get the win on Tuesday night.